stories for one thing. And the Firing Squad is a true story. So people go to firingsquadfilm.com. That's firingsquadfilm.com. All kinds of information on there, plus a lot of testimonials from people after walking out of these screenings we've been having across the country. So to me, I love true stories that have faith and redemption in them, and that's what they have. And I think the world right now needs that. We're looking for redemption. People are not necessarily looking for faith, but I think they might be, but they're looking for hope. And hope and redemption can certainly lead them to faith and finding God. And I think that's what this movie's all about, because I play a guy that, an American citizen over there that killed a man, ends up in, gets a death penalty. And during the years and years he's in prison, he found our blood, and we love doing it. But it's amazing to me that you get blacklisted just for having a different point of view from Hollywood. And it's weird to me that so many people in that industry, especially in the Jewish community, hates somebody like Israel. I mean, I've read a number of reports of people saying within Hollywood saying, well, yeah, we'd like to see Israel just go bye-bye. And these are people that are Jewish people that are saying these things. And that blows my mind. I mean, these are the people that don't want to support Trump. They want to support the Democrats that I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And I don't get the hatred and anger, because I don't harbor that kind of stuff for people at a different point of view. Let's have a discussion about a debate. They don't want to debate. They want to see who can yell louder. That's how they think they win a debate.
Well, so I decided that I couldn't leave him, that I needed to make this choice, that it was a binary choice, that either I could have a marriage, a husband, and subsequently a family, or I could have my career immediately. And so I basically walked away from my career at that point. And then later on, when I had sort of resumed my career a little bit, I had the kids, and the kids kind of demanded more of my attention. And so it's really a matter of prioritizing. When you prioritize one thing, something else will have to give. It's sort of like that old adage, the jack of all trades. Jack of all trades, master of none. You need to pick. And so I picked family over career, and never looked back.
Yeah.
Everything that we knew from K through 12, that we ourselves are brainwashed to think school good. And if there's a problem that I have with the school, this is a one-off, this is isolated, this is just one incident, but that's not the truth. And so we have to step away from our own brainwashing and say, oh, they're not educating. I'm not getting what I think I'm paying for, right? I'm not, the grand bargain that we make with the government for the education of our children is a false promise, and the government's not delivering.
Let me ask you a quick question, because you did say your son, I'm going to circle back to something, was in this movie with you. And I did happen to see, I believe one of your sons, an older son, has social media. And this is just kind of a fun question. I
don't understand this idea that we are accepting that a candidate who literally didn't run,
sat in a basement the whole time.
Who sat in a basement, did not run.
And the few times he went out, 50 people showed up. Meanwhile, Trump was still getting 80,000 people.
Got more votes than Obama. I don't know how you can square that circle.
The most popular president ever is the most incapable in ineptitude. I mean, it's just, but I do not have a memory of teachers telling me how to vote, or tell me not to believe in God.
Well, telling you that there's no such thing as your gender, that your genders are fluid.
They taught, I took Far Eastern studies, I took Russian studies, history, American history. They taught all these things. And so for me, my memories of school aren't horrible. Of course, for me, the biggest and most important memory for me are sports. I was a football and basketball guy, and the team sports that I played in. And that's just, I have nothing but great memories about it, but I see the changes in it. I see how quickly and I had an after school program for over 20 years called A World Fit for Kids.
Well, I think it's very relevant, this film, as to what the country of America is. This is in my view, when I watched, I felt that it was very relevant as to what's going on here. Like, it feels like we're losing the soul of the country, and it kind of is a battle between good and evil right now.
Yeah, it's a cultural war happening in America, but it's a spiritual and religious war as well. It's definitely there.
It's definitely a religious war.
Yeah. I think our government is treating American citizens worse now by far than what the British monarchy was doing, which started a revolutionary war. I mean, it really is. I mean, you look at the controls they're having over us and the taxation and
Without
and
representation.
without representation. And, you know, 70% of these people in this country, if through polls, say, we don't want to give any more money to Ukraine. Enough of that. We have enough problems here. And they just said, screw it. But the China thing is scary. I mean, I know a buddy who does, he's got a furniture company, does a lot of business in China. And he says, it is so difficult for people in China to move from one province to another one. The amount of paperwork, the amount of stuff you got to do. How did they get over here so easily in Mexico and come straight across the border? This is being funded and supplied by the Chinese government. He said, do not send your kids to American universities. Bill Maher said that.
Yeah, look at what's happening at the universities right now. It's despicable. It's disgusting. It's these kids are being radicalized. Like that starts young, and then they get up to the college and they're radicalized, and then you lost control because now they're little adults.
They have no jobs. I posted on Twitter. I told all of them they better keep their tents because they're going to need them after they graduate.
So if people want to go to sorbostudios.com, that's where they can find all of our information.